Warning, this video contains spoilers for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So look guys, I've never been that great at puzzles. It's just not the side of my brain that works too well. I'm not good at puzzle solving, I'm not good at maths, so when faced with a Star Wars game that features lots of puzzles as a major game mechanic, solving the puzzles in Jedi Fallen Order was a personal challenge for me. I wanted to see if I could do them on my own, if I was smart enough to figure them out, and this one puzzle just really had me. I couldn't get it, couldn't figure out how to finish it off. But I eventually did, and this video originally started as a tutorial for that puzzle. But while making this video, I discovered something that changed the entire way I look at this game and how I choose to play it, and that's why I'm making this video. It's for all you people out there who might also not be so great at puzzles. So if you need the solution, at least it'll be here and I'll have helped to alleviate that missing part of your brain in some way. But also make you realize something else, something bigger. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Now, I want to stress that before you watch the solution to this puzzle, you give it a go yourself. Me showing you the answer isn't going to be as rewarding a feeling as you spending the time to figure it out yourself. Please give it a go, then if you really can't get there, really don't know what to do, then come watch this. I also need to clear something up. I failed. I didn't solve the puzzle. I couldn't figure it out. I spent 3 hours on the thing and couldn't work out how to do what I wanted to do with the lanterns, how to get them to where I needed without the water putting them out. Even with Cal and BD1's clues, I couldn't do it. They were confusing me even more than I was already confused.
How can we stop the candles from getting doused? Right, we can use their metal casings to our advantage.
Because I knew what I had to do, I just couldn't figure out how to do it. So I brought a friend in and he sat down and helped me solve it. And it took him less than 5 minutes. So then I'm thinking, is it me or did he just get really lucky? Am I an idiot or is he just good at puzzles? I still feel like a fool, but anyway. What I realized after he left was that there was a little more to it than we both saw, even though he solved it. So here we go. This is how we solved the puzzle. Once you enter this giant room with the huge lantern in the middle, you're going to be faced with a room of enemies. Defeat the enemies, then go over to the left and force push this platform against the wall if it's not already against the wall. Then force pull this pulley rope towards you and attach the end to this pillar here. Now you see this vine here tangled around the giant chain. This is what you need to burn off using one of the lanterns in the tomb. By burning this off, you'll cause the giant lantern to drop and break, releasing the puzzle ball inside and allowing you to complete the tomb. Now the small lanterns that burn the vines can't be taken through any water. If you try walk or throw them through a waterfall, the water extinguishes the flame, and all the lanterns are located on the other side of the waterfall. You can't throw them through it, and you can't throw them onto the ground because that's also covered in water. And this is the part of the puzzle I'm talking about that changed the whole way I look at this game. Here's what I did to solve the puzzle. Well, me and my friend. I told you he was here, it wasn't me. After you've pulled the chain into place, jump up onto this platform and into the corridor on the left. Run down the corridor and there'll be a climbing wall on your right. Climb it to the top, go right, then you'll see the giant lantern in front of you. And if you look down and to the left, you'll see lots of these smaller lanterns in the wall. You want to force pull one of these towards you and hold onto it. This part might be a little tricky. Aiming the force pull isn't all that accurate at this kind of distance, and you might need to press the button a couple times before you get a lantern. But once you've got one, walk it back into the corridor and throw it down to the level below. When you throw the lantern, unless it lands in water, it shouldn't break, but if it does, go grab another one and aim for a different spot on the ground when you throw it. Then jump down, pick it up again, and walk down to where you were before. Then you can jump down here with the lantern, aim it towards the vines on the chain, and press the force push button to watch this happen. After that, you can jump down, push the ball into its slot, and you've successfully solved the Tomb of Miktrull puzzle. And when we figured it out, I thought it was funny how quickly you can perform the puzzle solve. It only takes 2 minutes to climb to the top, grab a lantern, bring it back down, and burn the vines. But what takes time is actually figuring out how to solve the puzzle. And like I said, it took me over 3 hours, and I still couldn't get it until I brought a friend in. But what if I told you there's different ways of achieving this same solution? After solving this, I was curious about the way I solved it. It seemed more manufactured than an actual proper solution, like we'd just made up our own way of solving the puzzle. So I thought I'd jump online and look for different solutions, and it's what I discovered that changed my whole perspective on how I play this game. Turns out, people have figured out different ways of solving this puzzle, and a much less tedious way. And thanks to cinematic captures for this footage. Awesome New Zealander. Hey man, how's it going? How the sheep doing? Grab the pulley and attach it to the pillar just like before, then run over and press this button. This activates that blue force energy which suspends things against the wall. You can see it earlier in the level. Jump across here, climb up, grab yourself a lantern and throw it into the force energy. You see how it's suspending the lantern against the wall. All you've got to do now is jump down, grab the lantern and throw it at the vines. Some would argue this is the correct way of solving this puzzle, but I don't think there is a correct way. If you can solve the same puzzle multiple ways and all the solutions have the same outcome, then all solutions are correct. And for me, this one wasn't even the most obvious, but that's my personal experience and what I've been trying to explain to you. There's no one way of doing this. And that's one of Jedi Fallen Order's key principles. There's no one way of doing anything. And I've heard other people talk about using the force slow ability on the lanterns. So instead of activating the gravitational force, they throw one of the lanterns to the lower platform and before it hits the ground would use force slow, then would jump down and force pull it back into their grip. And you could probably do something similar from all the way up here as well. Throw a lantern down, force slow it, jump down, then grab it again. And it's all these different ways of solving this one puzzle that have blown my expectations of this game wide open. The fact there's no one way of solving it tells me Jedi Fallen Order is all about player choice. It's all about figuring out how you want to play this game. Like I said before, there's no correct way to solve this puzzle. There's only different ways. This game wants to be played how you like it. And now that I've discovered this puzzle has multiple ways of being completed, I'm wondering if other puzzles are also open to creativity and individual decision making. There are some parts of this game that make player choice really obvious, like how you customize your lightsaber, Cal's appearance, BD1's appearance, the Stinger Mantis, all the cosmetic items. And even though this is Cal's story and you're going to be on his journey, it's about your journey of becoming a Jedi. You're experiencing Cal's path, but making both cosmetic and gameplay decisions in how you play this game. It's a personal experience, and that decision-making, sandbox, open but not open world gameplay is the reason you're able to solve a puzzle your own way. It may not be the design way of doing this, but because of the game's mechanics, you're able to do this. So while I'm playing Fallen Order, I'm going to keep looking for different solutions to puzzles, to combat, and play this game how I want it to be played. This is exactly what Fallen Order encourages. So tell me, how did you solve this puzzle? Did you use one of the methods I mentioned or another different one? Let me know in the comments. And for an in-depth look at lightsaber customization or a closer look at all the Purge troopers in Fallen Order and their weapons, go watch one of these videos here. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord to learn more facts you might not know about Fallen Order, like how the game is supposed to sell 6 to 8 million copies in its first 3 months, but based on how good it is, I feel like it's going to sell more. It's been a pretty awesome launch. Thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.